Young adults in your life will often tell you to follow your dreams of life and to live this dream. As a teenager, you will feel and think that there are various dreams and many opportunities for the future and road ahead. But then, when you do not fulfill certain requirements, you will experience all at once that there are only few chances or more any chance to realize your dreams. Also, you are still very young.
The chart you can see shows the youth employment rate of 6 countries. It shows that Greece and Spain has the highest number of teenagers who are employed and they leave the school earlier. Germany has a very low rate by 7.9%. The photo represents one of many students who's done with school and drops out. Early school leaving is an obstacle to economic growth employment. The Europe 2020 strategy set the goal to bring the rate below 10%. In 2015, 4 million people or teenagers leave school earlier. 40% of them are employed. The teenagers who has a migrant background are more at risk.
330 people at the ages of 15 to 24 are unemployed. In the last 10 years, youth employment rates have decreased over 50% in Germany. This is 1.6% more than the overall unemployment rate in Germany. The EU comparison shows that Germany's numbers are significantly lower than, for example, Greece's or Spain's. The chart in the slide shows the number of unemployed people in Germany between the ages 15 and 20 years from 2005 to 2015.
The first chart shows which types of education the people from ages 15 to 20 have. The map shows how many students in each state and district of Germany don't even have their secondary general school certificate. The darker the color, the more students dropped out. The states of the former GDR in the northeast of Germany, as you can see here, have a considerably higher number and rate of dropouts, up to 14%, than states in the west and south. One of the main reasons in Germany to fail school is having immigrant roots. Also, areas with a high unemployment percentage put students to risk to not graduate. Of the remaining, the most common reasons for dropouts are frustration, low performance levels, anxiety, health issues, conflicts with friends, family or in school, and bullying. One example for the structural problem is the fact that repeating a school year results in the students being often significantly older than their peers, which shows in conflicts and or a lack of self-confidence.
The dropout rate in Germany is about 10% on average, with half of early school leavers without any degree. At the age of 15 to 24 are 7.7% unemployed. It's 1.6% more than the unemployment rate in whole Germany. In our home area, Hessen, 4.7% dropped out from school without any degree. Its unemployment rate hits 4.9% in general. The Rhein-Main area in Frankfurt is one of the economic powerholes in Germany.
In our district, the Main-Kinzig-Kreis, an even lower percentage of 14.8% drop out without a degree. Its unemployment rate hits 14.9 in general. 14.7 of 15 to 24-year-olds are without a job. Again, districts in the northeast of Germany have the highest percentage of the young unemployed with more than 13%. In Hanau, a city in our district, the unemployment rate hits 5.3%. Hanau is hosting 73 of the largest companies in Germany, such as Heraeus Industries and Eronik Industries. Of course, many people commute to Frankfurt, a major city and financial hub. The largest employer is Frankfurt Airport, the biggest airport in Germany.
In this slide you can see the survey which our after-school club developed with the help of our school psychologist, who has used statistical analysis as part of his professional training. Because of the sample size for dropouts was too small, we decided to focus on students' attitudes towards changing school or dropping out. In the following slides we will show you the results of our survey. We handed out and collected surveys from 75 9th graders and 63 11th graders. We had a lot of data to sort through and type into the computer. We wanted to find different views of opposite groups, male versus female, 9th versus 11th graders, and low versus high performers. After having organized the data, the psychologist taught us how to analyze the average values and the standard deviation for each set of data, which we then used to test the significance of our findings.
In this slide you can see the overall results of our survey. The chart shows that quite a high percentage of students think of changing schools, and some students also think of dropping school. Number 1 to 4 refer to the possible answers students had to tick for each question. 4 means that the students completely agree with the statement, and number 1 means that they don't agree at all. As you can see, students from the 9th class agreed to each question less than people from the 11th grade. This slide shows the comparison between students of different age groups. We are students in the 9th and 11th grade. In the following slides, the light blue grids are for the 9th class and the dark blues are for the 11th class. You can see that the students in grade 11 think more often about dropping out from school than the students in the 9th grade. In this chart you can see the comparison between the different sexes. Females are dark blue and the male are light blue. You can see that girls think more often about changing schools than male students, and even at the moment a bigger number of girls consider changing schools.
In this slide you can see the comparison results between high and low performers at our school. The students with average grade of 3 or 4, shown in the dark blue, think more often about dropping out or leaving school than students with the best grades, shown in the light blue. So you can understand what the bar charts are showing. The first bar chart is connected to the question, have you ever thought of dropping school? The second bar chart is connected to the question, have you ever thought about changing school? And the third bar chart shows whether students are currently thinking of changing school. Students with excellent grades are not that interested in changing or leaving school. Quite the contrary, students with a worse grade average have repeatedly thought of leaving school. More often they think of changing the school. Admittedly, the overall number of those students thinking of leaving or changing school is rather low in Germany. With our last slide, we come to full circle. School dropout rates and unemployment rates are connected. To fight unemployment, only school leavings need to be addressed, not only to the EU level, but also to our local schools. I want to close with Nelson Mandela's reminder that education is the most powerful weapon we have to change the world. And certainly education is true to change the world and the situation of Europeans young and unemployed. Yeah, that's our last slide, which brings me to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your attention and feel free to ask if you have any questions.